You know what actually scares me? Making the neck and routing the neck pocket. You can do that in so many ways, and I'm trying to find the right way. Okay, hey, I'll give you a couple of pointers. I exactly know what you mean by that. So, first off, when it comes to routing the neck, what I would suggest is having a good neck template. I'm assuming you'll have templates for this sort of stuff, but anywho, um, get the piece that you're about to route as close. Don't get it to the right dimensions yet, but get it pretty close. And then with a good bearing cutter, have your neck on the bottom here. Do it like this. So have your neck at the bottom or top, depending on which kind of cutter you have. Top works fine as well if you already have a fretboard. So having a, what is it called? Having a plunge cutter will actually enable you to get around here without removing the end of your fretboard. But yeah, and then just easy does it. Like really take very little bit at a time. When it comes to the headstock, personally, I am way too terrified to route headstocks. I have done it, but I don't currently have the sort of bits that I would like to use to do that. So instead, I use a bobbin sander and a belt sander to actually get my headstock shapes correct, because routing those is a royal nightmare. When it comes to the neck pocket, now the neck pocket is something that took a very long time for me to figure out as well. But it is a very simple process. So first off, get your neck in place along the center line to where it is and mark it out with a pencil just to get a rough idea. Then in the middle, take away the excess material like you would do, like either with a pillar drill with forstner bits or something else. But take away some excess material so you don't have too much stuff to route away. Now, this is where it gets interesting. So, get yourself 2 long pieces of wood, plywood, or something that is square, and 1 smaller piece that will sit at the end here. I'm going to turn the camera so you can actually see what I'm doing. Right, so you'll have, imagine these are now 2 square pieces, right? Now you have 2 pieces like this, and you have a piece of something in between here to stop you from routing all the way into your body. Now get your neck, I'm going to use this neck now. Get your neck in position to where it should be, and get these 2 boards either clamped up or using super glue and masking tape trick. Get them clamped up and held in place at exactly the right taper. Then take away material, not all the way to the bottom yet. It's very important that you don't do the entire pocket straight away. Get it to about halfway, even less, even more is fine, but don't go all the way to the bottom just yet. Because at this point, what you need to do is have something where your scale length sits. So for instance, on these prototypes, I have a 3-degree neck angle, which has meant that, oddly enough, I needed a 3mm piece of something at the scale length, which happens to be a piece of wood like this. Now that I have that there, and I put these blocks of wood back, now they don't need to line up with the neck anymore because you've already gotten the rough shape cut out, but now you have an angle. Now you need to make sure that you don't press too hard down, because of course your clamping calls or your templates will bend. So get enough pressure on there so you have a contact point here and here, but you're not changing that angle to anything. And then if you still needed a backstop, you probably might not. Now you have an angle, and now you can do the rest of the neck pocket. And what I usually do is if I have a 20 mil neck, so just the neck itself, not counting in the fretboard, but the neck itself. So 20 mil 20 mil neck, and what, 8 mil fretboard, 7.5, so 27.5 altogether. But I go to 20 millimeters deep on the neck pocket. And with the angle cut already, I'm just following along the shape that I've already made, and then I get that angle in there. So when I put the neck back in place, I have everything I need. It took me so long to actually wrap my head around how to do that, but once I did, it is a cakewalk. I feel like I explained that in a very obscure way, but I hope that you understood what I meant.